too. Maybe Peter figured them out. Maybe he's like, I know the problem.
Two simultaneous GGs. Optic Gaming taking their first win versus Storm, and we got to see
Shadows, take us.
Perfect. Take the free kill. Nice, even dodging the impale. Line.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But there's the weakness of 5 position ranking. But so far, I would say it's working quite well. Would you?
Yeah, I think it's totally okay here. No issues with it. It's just a good hero to just be in the front lines and spam your stun, and always save enough mana for your reincarnation.
Blink Dagger on Kaka, so he's happy. Ori's finished Maelstrom a long time ago, got a Blink Dagger. I feel like the BO2s on Enigma is really hurting him now too. Like if they get the range barracks and he buys BO2s, totally fine.
Yeah.
But now he's just got this like, it's just way too easy to kill against the Clinks there. If he had like a Buckler or a mech or something, or even a Blink Dagger maybe, get Malefice, dodge a and blink, perhaps.
Blinks on both sides for positions, both Lanam and Kaka having the blinks though, so bit of a death trap up top. They're waiting for somebody on the VG Gaming side. And the hero does show up. They could be in for some trouble here. It's KP, there's a Helm to Dominate, cream some Eidolons. Echo it again. Lanam, you know you want to.
I was thinking about it.
Ooh.
They're in range, go!
Ooh, KP, he's nearby, they see him, he's going to go for the Echo, gets the Eidolons and the Helm creep. That hashtag efficiency.
That one was better.
Lanam placed it. He knew he could get the creeps and the hero.
Yeah, that was a great Echo. And they didn't have to use Chronosphere Sphere for it. That was super good.
The gold change on the graph I don't think shows the Helm creeps either, yeah. It only is the hero changes. Oh, 5/11.
Definitely see that.
Woes from last game continue.
Do you ever play Lion? It pains me when I get an ulti. Like I get an ulti kill with Finger of Death and like shortly after I get level 12. Because then the cooldown would have been like 60 seconds less.
Yeah, that's such a big change, yeah.
It is a great ultimate though. Very, very good. Still, either way, still very good 1-point skill. Kaka in a little bit of danger here. That was a lot of plus 90 damage. That's right. Okay. Oh, he's gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of revealed the fact he warded. I think he realized, well, my ward's being revealed. May as well kill this courier.
Absolutely. I mean, 175 gold per player on your team, so let him get the D ward. No big deal.
Yep.
And it could have been another place, arguably, too. You never know.
I think the Clinks kind of ran into him and saw him ward, maybe.
Yeah, I guess right.
But,
yeah.
well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe not. Sometimes those things happen, and the player actually just had their monitor screen somewhere else.
Oh, Enigma has finally sold his 2 teleport scrolls in his backpack. A loss of efficiency, but he's got Blink Dagger, so still sitting in a relatively good spot. Assume he's going to go GPM at 15 maybe over cooldown. Usually that's the case when you skip Midas, but they're wrapping around trying to collect on these guys. They'll spot him. Yep, there's a Blink Hex.
They don't get Paparazzi though. He's actually going to turn on Chrono, go for these kills. He should be able to bring down the Lion inside this one. Faith is there with a stun. KP.
Is he going to blink out? He's got out.
Oh my gosh, Paparazzi's invis here. They're all out. Lanam gets out as well. What a disaster for them.
Base Sentry was placed really well there. Spots both the Morana invis, but also where he expected the Earthshaker to be, so he might have gotten himself vision with detection and maybe get a stun off, but didn't quite work out.
Can they do something while Chrono's down? It looks like they kind of want to push top, but bottom lane Ori's getting tier 2 tower by himself. Roshan maybe instead.
Yeah, just more value coming out of the map for Vici right now.
11 gets rooted here. Lanam blinks in. Doesn't have Echo, and they're going to be able to bring down KP anyways, with Paparazzi following it up. He doesn't need his Chrono. 11's being saved by the false promise for now. Should be a few more heals coming his way. It's going to be close here. SCCC has the Reaper. Is he? Oh my god, he's just going to use on 11. You madman, but he gets blocked the damage. He gets the Fate's Edict off, and 11 survives it. And
this is pretty bad for Newbie now. I mean, they're
arrow perfectly timed.
Just very easy to kill him twice there in that kind of a circumstance. He doesn't have Blink yet either because he's support, so not able to make anything happen on his ultimate. The aggressive Blink and Fissures have been changing this game in a big way. Newbie feels like they can go in and score these kills, but the Fissures are interrupting these chain combos, and they're just not able to secure what they think they should be able to.
This is the, to me, signature LANM hero, and he is really showing off on it. With his impact on the game with great well-timed Fissures, just overall great play.
Except for that one Echo Slam. But I can't...
Gonna go for another one here mid, maybe. Yep, he's got a Mirana to back him up. The arrow is there, 5 seconds. Oh, he leaps into the Starstorm here. He gets the Hex here. LANM needs to finish off the kill, and he'll do so. Doesn't need 11 to do it. Gets SCCC.
Yeah, that was a hard one to do. Kaka could only disable one more. He's like, ugh, which one's really worse?
Yeah, Mirana with the leap, probably the right choice.
Yeah, she had Starstorm as well. That absolutely would have been a quicker kill. But still, they're making so much happen out of just a couple heroes. The Void, despite him spending a lot of time farming and not being the greatest on net worth, him plus Earthshaker with a relatively fast blink has actually made such a big difference. Those two guys have just been a crazy kill combo across the map. And Newbie hasn't been able to turn out the same thing, despite also having blink daggers.
Really great defensive plays. Even heroes like the Oracle we've seen. I mean, that fight saves the Mirana, and then as the ulti is about to erupt, the Reaper comes out. I think it was actually timed fine by SCCC, timed it so the ulti was gone, but hey, there's still a Fate's Edict, 0 damage dealt.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. And I can't help but think of where Newbie was and when they were on the top racks. They had this crazy momentum advantage from getting that buyback team fight. They went for the melee barracks, fully healed now. Could have been a dead range barracks, could have backed off. And then all of a sudden KP is dying more often by having a Boots of Travel that doesn't give him the same survivability, doesn't give him the same utility. And that stuff is really hurting him. Even once he gets BKB, I'm still worried for him because he can still get Chronosphered, he can still get right-clicked down by Clinks quite easily. There's a lot of Maelstroms in the game, so maybe Magic Immunity is strong, but there's definitely some signs of weakness with the way Newbie's played in the last 10 minutes.
See smoke from them. They want to make the next play themselves. Once again, it feels like they're happy the aggressors, but they're only going to Ori is. Black hole, do they go for this one? KP's pinging where he is. He got the Malefice up, but did not.
They see him. They're sentry that's down, but they're so far away.
But TP is likely to TP out in the trees here. Is there going to be a blink out? The Boots of Travel? Nope, KP.
Still Malefice cooldown, even if he did find him there.
He had to go for like an instant blind blink black hole, which would have been a bit
really
crazy.
Hard to do.
Paparazzi gets a DD room bottle, thanks to 11 passing over and sharing his bottle.
Yeah, he's gone BKB and both damage talents this game, so just trying to do as much as he can with right clicks. I think it's a good choice. He's still queuing up the Ags, still also a good option considering how good Chronosphere is against heroes like Weaver. But
I personally do not like the time lock damage.
Yeah.
It's 25% time lock, so it's really a plus 25 damage talent, and it's magic damage, so it's not even really plus 25 damage.
Yeah, it's approximately as good as the level 10 one, absolutely.
It's kind of, it's basically a repeat talent from level 10. Yeah,
and so if they BKB, it's certainly kind of crappy, but in the same vein, if you don't need the health doesn't give you damage unless you're talking about surviving through things, so and if he's got BKB and he uses it correctly, I think it's absolutely more than enough survivability. I think it's an okay game. I think he's making the right choice. Like Paparazzi generally, I find, makes really good mechanics and like efficiency option choices.
Here we go, VG Gaming feeling like it's their turn to play Dota. They've smoked up, they're the ones getting on the aggressive. They scout things out with the Skeleton Walk on Clinks. They've got an arrow that's going to find KP in the trees. No chance to use anything. Faith in some trouble as well. Ori's there with the BKB Clinks. He takes down Lion first, goes for the second kill now on the Wraith King, and that's going to be 3 kills in total for VG Gaming.
So in the part of the game where this is a huge liability to have Wraith King here, I've rarely seen any skeletons get procced. Maybe him jungling would be worthwhile at some point, but VG Gaming just has a really big advantage now. Part of that was they didn't have an observer ward set up. They didn't have a sentry either. They were basically waiting to break smokes. But the one guy that was giving them vision ditched a little early, and then Old 11, great guess on the arrow. guarantees the kill on KP there.
Yep. They'll get the Marochan. They had the DD room for that. They still have a DD room for a little bit longer and a Chronosphere. Paparazzi finds anyone, I feel like he's just going to be ready to Chrono right now.
Absolutely.
Any core hero who might make an appearance. But...
Unfortunately for him, they killed too many of their opponents, so it's going to be hard to find them all.
Yep.
They're still respawning.
Trying to press forward. They've got good vision in both mid and top lane. They're playing around this mid observer board. Paparazzi in the trees, maybe hoping somebody pokes their nose out. Could be Kaka. He's got a gem. He just bought this gem and he's charging forward. Kaka, are you insane? Answer's yes.
Man, Newbie's got to be tilted right now.
That's not a play you'd normally expect from Kaka.
Why he walked right past an observer ward too. What is this? He actually walked like this, right?
True. Or, I mean, may have come from the other. I didn't see which route he came from, but yeah, he walked
so
past.
maybe he did run the north side, I guess. But man, so costly. Now look at this. There's all these wards in all of their business, and now it's so hard for them to even enter their jungle. That was such a costly loss of the gem.
Dire fortified their structures.
Unfortunate, because yeah, they find themselves without any map control, up against an Aegis, up against all these fresh BKBs, both Void and Clinkz having a BKB. Makes it very difficult for them to fight. Faith, he's caught out 5 seconds before he has reincarnation. It looks like he should be okay here. They're going to go charging forward for this kill.
Just in
they
time.
have an arrow, I believe. Can they time it? And yep, they will. And that should be a dead Wraith King. Paparazzi's just, you know, he's going to go time walking and look for a Chrono. That's a attempted finger kill, but he's not even going to die. He's even got an Aegis, so even if they don't save him, it's not a big problem. He goes forward with the BKB. Shaker, he's fine. He's ready to drop. He doesn't actually go where he wanted to. He gets the Echo Slam now out on SCCC here. The buyback coming out from Wraith King. He's just going to die a second time at this rate. Paparazzi slows him with the time dilation. Needs to be careful. He's taking quite a bit of damage. Arrow's going to land, though. SCCC. He's done for on the Necro. He's got buyback as well. Mugi needs to get out of this one. There is a gem on the Shaker. It looks like they're going to be forced to back off. Keeping in from Lion straight to the shrine. Lanham tries him with a totem, doesn't succeed, and instantly dead is Kaka. What is going on here? As Newbie just throwing away lives, it seems, and getting blocked off by the fissure. They can't even chase any further.
Oh man, Newbie is, they are just doing what they can, but they're just making mistake after mistake here. Trying to take team fights. I mean, the buybacks helped a little bit, chases them out of the base, but they can't even get people low enough to score the kills. Even like Kaka TPing in, thinking like, who do I go on? Who do I go on? And just making, I don't know if he maybe didn't have vision, but just goes in and gets nothing out of it. They even get a sentry dewar in the mid lane, so the opposite that they were trying to kill doesn't even get taken out. To buy more sentries.
Thanks, by the way, getting another kill. It's going to be Weaver with his freshly bought Hex.
Great
Finds
choice.
a huge pickup. Weaver does just have enough money for buyback. Well, I don't even think the way they initiate on the Void there was a good idea. Even if Oracle doesn't say Void, he has an Aegis, and that's your Finger plus Reaper. It is an Axe Reaper, but that's still 50-second cooldown in a teamfight is still a cooldown. Yeah,
maybe they just felt like, get it out of the way, then disengage, let them take our tier 2, then we'll turtle high ground or something.
Yeah.
So it felt like it was almost so good, but I mean, there's still no BKB on Enigma. He's very close though, sitting about 150 away, and once he picks that up, then at least he'll be able to sit far back, perhaps jump in with BKB, get a black hole off maybe, but a lot of things to deal with, especially like Earthshaker Ags can initiate at any time. Chronosphere is scary, the Hex on Clinkz, like if he doesn't initiate himself, he will very likely be interrupted or chain stunned and killed before he even gets the black hole.
Be holding their side of the map as much as they can right now. It just feels like until they find that high impact BKB black hole, this game is just going to be very difficult for them. And another DD room for Paparazzi. Once again, has the bottle to pick it up, and he's completed an Ag Scepter now. So one of the big issues that they were facing was these kind of cooldowns they had to play around, but 60 seconds kind of removes that to a large extent.
He's done a really good job with even time dilation too. I saw him catch the Weaver once when he had 3 things on cooldown there. It was just utterly pretty useless hero when he can't go Sakuchi every 6 seconds. So man, that Void pick was so fantastic. It has really just made a lot of difference in this game. And it doesn't even feel like the same game as the one that happened 20 minutes ago. But Newbie will still try to scrape themselves out of this if they can, but it looks like Faith is going to be initiated on.
Just trying to get some skeletons in mid, and he's going to pay for it with his life, it looks like. Clinkz does get hexed up, though, from the high ground. And Newbie can play this lineup, says no, he goes flying in, gets an Echo Slam on 2, doesn't kill anyone off, but he sets up the Void to get a nice chrono onto 2, including the key Necrophos kill. Enigma's dead. None of these heroes have buyback. I believe most of them bought back in the last fight. Necro's on cooldown, and they're just going to GG out. Newbie don't even lose their tier 2 mid. Wow, they're eliminating Rax. I think they know they're about to lose at least 2 lanes, maybe even their throne, but that almost just feels like a bit, like you say, a bit of tilt that they just GG right out.
I mean, absolutely. This is one of those ones where you go back and you talk to your coach, and your coach is just frustrated because you had such a big advantage, and in that short moment.
Invictus Gaming's turn to ban.
Radiant's turn to pick. Dire's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirits.
Seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Dire's turn to pick. Wraith King. Tagna. Here's the Radiant band. I speak for the trees.
Opening brood ban. That cracks me up still, but
10 seconds.
so someone told you that Wraith King was going to be the most picked hero at TI.
But I mean, I know everyone told me that.
When we got here,
Dire's band now.
when we got here, everyone's like Wraith King Venge every game.
Yeah, I mean, they were right. They were, yeah, there's no surprise. I mean, it did make, so you guys, you know, you talk to the pros, you know us now.
Yeah, it does
They've
make
been
sense.
playing it behind closed doors, and now we're seeing it out in the open.
And that's what
Every
happened
game.
when, you know, this is one of the first, I mean, not the first yet, but one of the first times they've had such a long time of scrimming versus each other, because they've all been here.
I mean, the real question, if you want to be smart, is Wraith King and Venge going to be top tier right up until the grand finals of TI, or are we going to see one of these heroes or both of these heroes sort of fall out of favor as the tournament goes on? Or do you think they are that good? They are just going to always be good in this tournament.
I don't know.
Because we see big changes during a TI.
Things really do happen
Yeah,
at the main stage where
yeah.
people, they go back to like, you know, very comfortable. You're just like, all right, we're picking Void, we're picking Enigma, we're picking Team Fight, you know. I think Wraith King and Avenge still, they do add quite a lot to the table.
Yeah.
Wraith King's very, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward hero, right?
Yeah, you can play it if you're an idiot.
Jesus.
That's what you're saying.
I'm just saying, I mean, you're a hero that, like your job, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of just this frontliner, you jump in, you stun.
Now you got 2 skills.
you got 2 abilities,
You do have
but-
2 abilities, so maybe a little advanced for some people.
Okay, fair.
You know, some of the old sort of Skeleton King mains have been put out of a role, and that extra ability was added.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's have a look. 4th ban from IG. What do they want to take away from this Prophet strat? I mean, I always see that Prophet and Venge, and I'm like, are you not at least a little worried about a drow?
I think you should probably be a bit
Little
scared.
Yeah.
Look at the Clinks, where's Clinks been today? Now I'm thinking about it. We didn't have any Clinks earlier.
No.
It wasn't even banned.
Series. No,
It wasn't even banned or
didn't see
anything.
that little bony face at all.
Huh. So they did, yeah, they took out Nyx. They have Pugna, of course. They even have Wraith King, so yeah, Nyx. Enchantress was also left this far. Oh my.
A little bit of a strange ban because the Prophet is in there. I know, as you said, you know, it's not necessarily mind control's Prophet, but they're interested that that's scared of sort of that offlaner that they take it away, even though there's the chance that the offlane's already been revealed by Liquid.
And they even have the Pugna too, which is traditionally one of the better heroes in the mid game versus Enchantress.
10 seconds.
IG. Well, I'm looking at the wrong team. Wait, there we go.
5 seconds remaining.
CM is in the pool. That's one of the big ones, right? CM looks pretty sweet. Works well with these heroes. Is Willow still in the pool? No, they banned it. Sorry.
It was banned by Liquid.
Dusk.
Oh.
Okay.
I've not seen him at all yet. I don't know if has that been any of the games?
I can tell you.
Has that been picked yet? This TI?
I have the list open still, so let's do a. There has been one.
There's one game.
One game.
We've only seen it once.
Yeah.
And the Tusk is in for IG.
I didn't. See that one coming.
It's a pretty nifty hero for catching the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Closing the gap, getting on top of him.
5 seconds remaining.
Huh.
Also just getting in the face of Liquid's heroes. So I still think it's a solid game if they want to do a drow. Dude, if
on Liquid, yeah.
If Liquid want to be really Liquidy, get Drow and Huskar.
Drow and I was thinking they might Huskar anyway, just because I saw Pugna and I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna Huskar just because there's a Pugna.
Yeah. Let's get a Drow, get a Huskar.
They like their Venom.
Let's see how dirty they want to go.
Dire's turn to pick.
Clinks.
There's the Clinks. Sorry, that's a weird.
said.
Yeah, we were waiting for that. The Clinks with Venge. Very nice. That is a lot of physical damage coming if that's the lane, right? Wave of Terror plus Clinks, right clicks with the Searing Arrows. Definitely starts to add up. Their team fight is not strong right now on the side of Liquid, though. IG's isn't. I mean, IG's is a bit better.
It's all about pick off and push, yeah.
Yeah, Pugna still gives you a good chunk of team fight anyway. Decrep's always going to be relevant versus Clinks. Take the Necro as well.
Alright. Alright. Necro Pugna can be very nice.
Let's see how that hero's been doing. I don't feel like I've seen that hero winning it the most. Okay, it's split. It's 50-50. So it's a 55% win rate at the moment on the Necro.
The question is if you do want to get someone with a bit of save. They do still have that second support, as we'd imagine, to come through.
They have the Tusk.
No, I mean for Liquid, to save against the Reaper side. If they want him, you know, to anything like a Bane or a Shadow Demon, anything like that.
Oracle works too, but yeah, I don't think we'll see Oracle. Yeah,
because I feel like Kuro's probably most likely to play the Venge, right? And GH will play more of a playmaker.
GH played the Venge yesterday.
Oh, okay.
At least in one of the games that we saw. That's the one we saw, and they lost. That was the one they had the Omni and the Venge and the Huskar. Wasn't the
Dire get up
the greatest.
Oh.
That's been banned versus them a lot, and they've got this pushing lineup coming already.
Yeah, Chen, Prophet, and Venge. I mean, I think even the Clinks, of course, hitting towers. It is a lot of push.
It's always going to have the Clinks of. I mean, now of course the Death Pact lasts a lot longer, but you're gonna have Chen creeps there too. You can eat the Chen creeps in some situations.
I mean, and to the point where do you think they could still just finish with a Huskar?
Maybe they could, yeah.
It's not bad here, right? I mean, what sort of kills the Huskar in IG's lineup?
Not a whole lot. And I mean,
an Invoker, that's surprising, I find.
How's Kuro's Chen doing here? I know it's been banned a lot of the games, so he did play it once and they did win.
I mean, I guess Invoker would you know, cause work sort of great against sort of the Pugna, Necrophos, the Wraith King and such, but it feels like an unlikely pick still. Because sure, situationally, you could sort of make an argument for here, but are Liquid likely to... I mean, I know that they have obviously a fantastic
It's probably maybe because of the Chen. I think maybe because of the Chen.
That's the setup that...
Just like for them to have that early pressure, which allows that hero. Because that's what they did with it yesterday. They picked the Invoker after.
But they lost with it, didn't they?
No, they won.
Oh, they did win that game.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a push lineup.
It's such a push lineup.
Yep.
Visage, Prophet, Chen, all the summons. Do they have a way to kill him, IG?
There's
I mean, they got blast.
Uh-oh.
You think this is going to be a little too much for IG? The push.
I think they might just get run over. Like, okay, you're going to see, like, it's going to hit that timing, right? Where you get the Dominator, you get the Medallion. You might lose, maybe in the laning phase, like the Visage might be low level, but you hit that timing and things get crazy. Crazy fast-paced. And I don't see wave clear on IG. They've got the Pugna Blast and the Tusk Nuke, but the other heroes, like Necro, you walk up way too close.
And with this as well, it looks like IG's what left their second support as their last pick. Alright? Pugna, Wraith King, Necro, your 3 cores.
Yeah, get some coddle,
So,
right? Keep it light.
Choose your hero.
Whoa. Okay, so I guess this is going to be like either a support Pugna or support Wraith King.
Or both.
So support Wraith King.
No, it's okay. Tusk Pugna.
Okay, Tusk Pugna.
So Wraith King off lane.
XXS Alchemist.
XXS Alchemist.
Is he going to get away with playing out this game?
Isn't this like they went?
He's going to get run over, isn't he?
They went greed versus push. They went very greedy versus a super push lineup. I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared. But they do have, he can give Aghanims to everybody, and there's some nice Aghanims here. We've got a Necro Ag, we got a Wraithing Ag, we got a Pugna. Pugna's is probably not. Tusk Ags, you know, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think well, you give the Ags to the Wraith King first, right? Or or do you give it to Necro? Dude, but the Wraith King Ags is pretty legit.
It is also pretty legit as well.
if he gets
he needs to get to the point. He needs to get his Radiance. He needs to get his Mantle, but he still needs armor because there's a lot of minus armor on this team. So that's the problem with the Alchemist that I see is that
isn't he just going to get constantly ganked at the start by like the Chen?
That could also, but the physical damage also. Even if he does get the Radiance, this hero has very low armor. Look Venge, Clinks, Visage. Visage will build toward that Medallion Solar Crest. Venge already has the built-in minus armor.
Let's have a look. It's going to be an interesting one. IG with the XXS Alchemist.
Huh. I like that they have an Alchemist pick that works really well with their synergizing of their heroes, but picking it into this full push lineup, I thought could be concerning. But let's see if they're able to do it. IG did not put. They weren't the ones that actually picked the Alchemist. All right, that yesterday. And they've got very little wave clear. So.
Oh my goodness. Fit. And IG pull it together here against Liquid. And Liquid with the full-on push strap. If they get ahead, they could be ending this game around the 20-minute mark.
Kuroki just Miracle's running out to the lane fast, and Kuro just sends him home. Okay. Well, they're still having some fun, clearly. So that's good. And we've got Mind Control and Prophet. Yeah. So take notes, Bulldog people in the chat, take notes.
Well, would you say the best Prophet in the world?
Best Prophet in the world?
Best
I actually think Bulldog is so good at Nature's Prophet, too, though. So I don't know. I mean, it has to be Mind Control. Bulldog is probably up there, though. He's really, really good with the trance. Sorry, Donger.
Let's have a look at how well MC can do this game.
We've got this dual pressure lane, Wraith King Pugna. Trying to run down Matumba. They could get lots of kills on Matumba in the laning phase, depending on how Kuroki plays. See what they can abuse on this Visage. Mid lane, Miracle should be able to get some nice free farm.
Yeah.
He can't really pressure the Alchemist too far out unless he gets rotations over. I guess the one thing is like XXS has to maybe be a little careful of some Furion TPs maybe, but he's got the Coiling Blade always right off the bat.
What up? See who can grab this rune. Matumba doesn't get it. Just get sent back though. Kuro worried about sort of the amount of damage he was taking there, so Matumba man will regen up in the fountain.
That's kind of cool, right? They go for the send back and walk in, grab bounty. He didn't get it, so IG will claim 3. But there you saw the power already. The Pugna and the Wraith King, Visage and Chen they can't hold up for this unless some mistake happens. Q looks like he's waiting for a courier snipe in mid.
I'm interested to see if Miracle does get the courier sent out that early.
Oh, GH and Mind Control actually forced aggressive to TP to the tier 1 tower. They just stood in front of the creep wave with Treants and Avenge.
And this is, yeah, really so that Rash you're talking about with Avenge. Wave of Terror, plus just getting Treants and right clicks on aggressive. It's going to hurt on these early levels.
Yeah.
It's constantly spamming that Wave of Terror, GH. Such a low mana cost. 25 mana.
Yeah, 25 mana, 60 damage. It's crazy efficient. Oh, oh. Did they block the camp? So they did body block, it looks like, again on the bottom side. So we see KuroKy trying to look for a creep. And we'll find the netter.
Oh, yeah, he's got it. And we'll see where he makes a move with the Dark Troll Summoner. Midland CS, as you see Miracle 7 for 2. Slight edge at the moment against XXS. And once that acid spray does start to get leveled up, it is going to be harder. The Clinks to stand his ground.
Should still do pretty good. He's gonna get free farm on the Clinks.
Okay. And KuroKy's heading over to Will's mid, but XXS salves up in the trees.
This is the key. To actually make sure that you can put the actual pressure on Alchemist rather than him just spray down constantly and keep Miracle kind of low. But Kuro knows he can't go for this kill. No. But Tomaman's still getting some last hits down here, and he was kind of alone.
He's doing okay.
Yeah. Level 3 as well. And a hasted Kuro.
And not having too much trouble at all finding the farm, despite this Wraith King Pugna lane. With SRF and Baboka coming out.
Top lane's the big win for Liquid. 11 and 7 on the Nature's Prophet. I think some of those, of course, have been Treant and Eyes, but...
Sure. But every time, you know, Aggressor sort of tries to get close to the lane, GH is there with the threat of the Wave of Terror Magic Missile.
Yeah, I mean, they've got this dual-ranged high damage between the two of them on Liquid, while on IG, it's a Tusk melee hero. Not the easiest. SRF.
Won't quite be able to find him, and
The
KuroKy does lose his Troll Summoner.
Skeletons finish it off.
Melee Miracle is down to his last tango, and will be forced to skill the Skeleton Walk down. Did have it prepared. In fact, that little cheeky skill of it.
You gonna go for it?
Oh, that was very nice. I think he...
Wow.
Oh, and wastes a salve as well. Miracle with that outplay. I think he was holding on to that level 4 point. As soon as he sees Concoction being used, bam, levels it up and outplays him with the Skeleton Walk. That was neat. Neat little plays like that, getting him first blood and the solo kill.
And XXS probably took the stun a level, because he thought that he could get an opportunity there.
Because as we sort of saying, you know, you sort of see a 2-3-0, you don't expect the Clinks to have Skeleton Walk that early on.
That was sick.
But Miracle saved the point.
That was so good. Top lane. Right click setting that up a bit too much. GH has this Fairy Fire as well as Wand Charges too, trying to bait them in. Matu is still farming really well down bottom.
You feel like in this lane he should have suffered a lot more.
I do feel so. I feel like they need to, I mean, they have to put pressure on Visage. As soon as Visage hits 6, that lane becomes a huge problem for IG.
Oh, top lane. They can make a go on to Q. They had the Magic Missile. Mind Control's got the stick charges. They'll just turn and beat him down. Mind Control gets the kill.
These two heroes have very good stack game between them. The Avenge as well as the Furion. They have some of the best stack game across all three as well. The Strength, the Agi, and the Int.
And the spawn lane, as we saw, the sort of great thing obviously about having the Chen, you know, Man got a little low, gets sent back, TP's back to the lane, he's back up to full and ready to continue to soak up the glory of this bottom lane.
Yeah.
Now with the good levels, you know, Mind Control, he can get those phase boots out to him, and just keeping control of this lane is going to be even easier for the two of them. Just the power of having that first pick Venge.
And now with the last like 60 seconds or so, if they wanted to try to get on Matu, like you said, he got sent home, but also there was a tornado being sent, and it's up again. So that's gonna stop them from trying to be aggressive onto this Visage.
Matu's got the straight ring of hell, so he's got that extra sustain. Top lane, GH, to try and go for that bounty rune.
Baboka's...
And they've got the Sprout to hold back aggressive and Q. Same time, indeed, Baboka being chased by the army of KuroKy. Mind Control trying to turn his attention towards aggressive. GH, low on the mana.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but Baboka went for a point in Nether Ward instead of the decrypt that we tend to see. But we don't really see too much support Pogman anyway.
No. Yeah, certainly played in a very different capacity to how we're used to. And something that, I mean, I feel, what's sort of the downsides of support Pugna? Because you're right, we don't see it.
You don't get your levels.
Yeah.
It's the same as like most of those heroes that you want to get your early level 6. Your stacking's really weak, you're very squishy, you don't have a stun. So as a support, you can be a bit limited. It's similar to like with the Zeus support, right? Where you do tons of damage, but So it looks like with the first siege wave, they're trying to apply some pressure onto this tier 1 tower mid for Liquid. Meanwhile, Matu just stays down bottom, getting closer and closer toward that Dominator.
And this is, yeah, a lot of damage early on onto this tier 1 mid, as you say. 6 minutes in and it's nearly gone.
Yeah, they've got the glyph available too.
They are going to make a go onto Miracle. They go in with the snowball, the shard. I don't think they've got detection. No, it doesn't look like they do, and that's going to be the tower down. KuroKy gets the last touch upon it. That's 3 heroes coming mid. They didn't have detection. Miracle gets to walk out absolutely free.
They don't really have the Tusk is their only ganking hero too. Like Pugna doesn't go make ganks. Very difficult for you. And now Aggressive getting bullied by Mind Control with the Treants while the rotation happened.
And Matuma it's halfway through his level 5 towards that 6. Certainly not sort of the slow start for Liquid that IG were going to hope they'd be able to enforce on them. Mind Control, as you say, it's the dream start for him.
Yep. Bottom.
42 and 17.
They look like they're trying to go for Matuma Man here. We'll get able to finish him this time.
Finally being able to put an end to him on this bottom lane does take them to 3 heroes. That rotation from Q.
I do feel like ideally IG, they really wanted that to happen earlier. They wanted to be able to do that at least once or twice before this 7-minute mark, because this is still almost level 6.
Top lane Mind Control trying to go with the outplay on Aggressive, but Aggressive does, of course, have the Ghost Shroud, pops a salve during it. It's that insane amount of health regen. Bottom lane, the dive, hammering onto GH. GH should go down, the snowball comes in and he will drop. Look at the kill on GH. Miracle coming in from the side, just looking to see if he can find some pickoffs off the back of this. Trying to get in position to find someone, but SRF is already healing up.
And SRF is also 6, holding that skill point for the Reincarnate.
Just like yours.
Miracle unable to find that kill yet. I mean, they can maybe try for SRF twice if he goes too far down. They do still have Kuro and Matuma Man here.
He is pushed very far now.
They'll try for it. And take him down the once, yes. Can they do it a second time? They should have a pretty good chance to do so. They got the slow from Matuma Man, but there's the Decrepit Find. Nice play from Blaboka. Decrepit Find Netherward puts any chance of Liquid getting that kill.
Looks like he should have been okay just with the regular TP anyway, because they don't have any disable there just yet. They didn't have the Centaur or the Visage level 6.
And top lane looking to try and compile in onto Aggressive. Q's there with backup. Does still have Snowball. GH and Mind Control. To be careful about how they poke at this. Just trying to get some damage onto this tower at half health at the moment, 8.5 minutes in.
XXX has gotten a lot of space though for Miracle moving around. 1800 toward that Radiance, top of the net worth. And I do believe it was at least a 2-for-2 bounty exchange in the last time too, so always benefiting XXX. So Visage, level 6, Dominator finished. A much more threatening presence now.
Spot him. As you say, with that Hound ready to push him. Fortification coming out. SRF still 2 minutes without that Reincarnate, so has to be a little careful. Mid lane Miracle trying to get in position to set up onto Q. It's got the quick snowball. Does still have a shards if there's any way of playing his way out of there, but there isn't. The damage is too high. Miracle finds the solo pickoff.
Miracle getting all small items so far. Treads, Aquila, Soul Ring, even getting a wand now brought out to him. So he wants to be the one making active moves around the map and just being that presence.
On bottom lane, trying to go for SRF whilst he's still without the Reincarnate. They've got the stun control from Kuro's army. TPs are coming through though. Q turns to the fight as well as Aggressive. As SRF, can he get away? Soul Assumption, not a lot. SRF will live. They'll turn with the Reaper's Scythe kill. It brings down KuroKy after the Reaper's Scythe, but he's still down. Matuma Man will manage to make it away. So, reactions from IG, keeping SRF safe. Having them get a kill. Blaboka, he's ended up pretty deep on his own here. As GH and Mind Control on a bit of a wild goose chase. They do manage to trap him up in the Sprout. And will find Blaboka at least. So a trade, support for support.
He accepted his death. He bought the dust, and he's like, all right, at least I spent my gold. And they are making time. Time for their Alchemist, who pretty much has, it's pretty close to relic now.
He's making good time on it. We'll see on the net worth how it sits at the moment. And indeed, he's a step ahead with that maxed out Grievel's Greed. He's going to find that Radiance a good time.
They've only lost one tower so far, too. but that's gonna increase right now. Well, Liquid sets up for top with both Furion as well as Visage. Or Nature's Providence.
Bottom lane. The collapsing past the tower onto GH, who's alone. SRF aggressive and Q. Find another and now.
They can get this tower for themselves with the Pugna here.
Mid lane.
Oh wow, that mid tower was that low actually.
Tier 2 tower gone at 11 minutes, Miracle finds.
I guess XXS has been jungling quite a bit, so
he's been keeping away from the lane.
Yeah.
Which is sure it's cost him his tower, but it has, as we've said, meant that he has been able to farm very well, undisturbed, can go pick up the relic.
It's like some of these few heroes that actually benefit from farming jungle that heavily. Like the Alchemist, the Medusa, Shadow Fiend, these heroes that can just clear it or get bonus gold so fast. But now top tier 2, very quickly brought down, as we were mentioning. As soon as they get the Dominator on the Visage, they get the 6. That's when they start looking to go for the siege, and they're actually pinging the high ground.
Why
Liquid
not?
wants to go
We know
push.
how good their push is.
There's no Radiance still for XXS, so can they breach this? They have forced reactions.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Miracle. Hunting for action towards the mid. XXS does have the Chemical Rage on at the moment. Not really the target they want to go for. And looks like the push will be slowed down by IG. Liquid starting to disperse. Miracle heading down towards bottom. Sees a tier 1 tower still for the taking.
You see that happening like good amount of times. People just, you see a 5-man push coming, they 3 people TP and then, all right, good, that's our job done. Go push out bottom, go for a Roche as soon as they reset, because there's still no Radiance.
I'm excited. Mind Control, he's just stockpiling the gold. He had the drums queued up, but can you think of anything crazy that he could be like, well, I'm just going to buy this instead with this amount of money I've got? Anything big, like a big wombo item that he could just pull out?
Yeah, I've seen him buy mechs before.
I've seen him buy mech, I've seen him buy Meteor Hammer. He's still saving that money. Is he going to get the Deso for the team? Looks like no, Klinks is getting the Deso, so unlikely that he'll do that himself.
It's just going to be Orchid.
Okay, it goes to the Orchid instead of the drums.
It looks like he was deciding.
Yeah. Almost with that amount of gold, he's going to be very close to having it. Not quite there. It is going to be a quick one. Talking about quick ones, that is the Radiant Stun for XXS.
Liquid knows that they don't want to take this to the later stages, though. They don't want this to get too much further. So with that Aegis, they're looking to breach fully now. Now this is not a, we're going to poke and force reaction. This is a, we're going to commit. IG has to start setting up. They kill the birds.
Well, they're in on Matumba. The swap for GH keeps Matumba man safe. Well, that should be able to keep him out of there as well as Mind Control puts down a Sprout and holds back IG. Liquid's still wanting to push him. Miracle starting to hit onto the tower, just get caught out by the shards. They've got the stun though from the familiars onto both Aggressive and SRF. Aggressive gets the Ghost Shroud off the heal as well. SRF is still alive. They get a Reaper side. Bam! That's going to be Miracle down for 50 seconds. XXS with the stun ready. Throws it down onto Mind Control. They're chasing down Matumba, taking the Aegis out of the hands of the Visage. Mind Control sprouts himself in, but they've got the vision from the Sigil. Mind Control cannot escape. They've lost 3 on Liquid. GH getting surrounded by the creeps. He could be in trouble as well as IG turn their attention towards the Venge and find him. Only Matumba man able to get out as IG will hold. And this is only going to get scarier for Liquid if they continue to fail pushes into this Radiance Alchemist. This game's going to get harder and harder.
The Necro barely died as well. What ended up killing him was the double tornado from Kuroki from the Chen, but also the Vengeance Aura. That Vengeance Aura actually turned and killed him off. But IG hold successfully.
It was an Aegis push as well. The tier 3 tower is still alive.
Matu lost his birds at the start. Had to go for that resummon. And now this is scary. They need to get their lanes back out. Get a situation where they can actually go for those big pushes again. But they are a very reliant pushing lineup still on Liquid. This is not a good moment for them, not able to get even the tier 3. If they got the tier 3 and lost a couple heroes, then they can at least get some shrines, get some more gold going their way, but getting halted quite heavily by IG. Well, it looks like, okay, so it's 1 Blade Mail. I saw SRF had one queued up. He's gone for the blink though.
So you say, when are you expecting the axe to sort of come out of the axe? Not for a long time. You don't.
Nah.
No, it is going to be sort of just still go for the 6th slot and then.
Maybe not full 6, but at least like 3 or 4 items. He's gone for the blink too, so they want to jump on top of Liquid, get that initiation going with both the Raking and the Alchemist at the same time before Liquid's ready for it. Because you've seen them, like, they prepare to go for that siege. If they can just jump in and start the fight, then it might catch Liquid off guard again.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Timber can pick up that full solar crest. She's the chance to Desolator done on Miracle.
Yep.
And Orchid on mind control. So starting to hit these items that are not only going to just help them with the push, but also help them just find the kills in these fights, which has sort of been the struggle. We saw in that last attempt of pushing high ground.
Has he finished the Solar Crest? Okay, yeah. Because they have the Medallion and the Solar Crest, so that...
Oh, okay, so you have different instances.
Yeah. Oh, aggressive. Very far up right now. Looking extremely dead.
He's got the Blade Mail. Now they can certainly wait that out and hold him down throughout it. As aggressive indeed. Just a little too far out on that top lane.
Almost able to get the Reaper on GH, who probably... It would have been close. He would have probably lived, though. Now they continue. It's time. Set up the push again. They've got a couple more items, though, like you were mentioning. They got Medallion, Solar Crest, Desolator. And the Orchid finished up on the Nature's Prophet as well.
Correct. We'll look to start to build the auras up. It's got the pipe queued up.
Yeah, they want to get a big kill before they go for it. Miracle also didn't have the Desolator delivered either. I thought he actually picked it up in time, but...
And now he's got it, but yeah, as you say, just has to run a little way over to his team.
They want to get some control over this bottom area because they haven't gotten any of these bottom the bottom 2 towers, and they have they just have no vision here at all. This is IG's territory, and that's the best place for an Alchemist to farm. Mind control, going for a kill on Baboka top. Does not pop because the stick charges back off in base.
Miracle should be able to duck back in and finish this tier 1 tower. More money in for the team at Liquid. As they, of course, themselves at the moment only have lost the one tier 1 down bottom. IG.
Oh, they've got those blink daggers we were talking about to try to catch Liquid off guard. Miracle.
There's the jump. Got the red 5 blast. They've got the dust. They've got him. Miracle gone for a minute. Quick, clean initiation and takedown from IG. Mind control, of course, instantly in with the push. Knows that the full team of IG is down bottom. Wants to look to try and force them back.
This game for Liquid's very important about just lane control. Keeping those lanes always pushed in onto IG's side of the map. So when they do get those kills, yeah, they're going to farm a lot, but it doesn't lead into anything huge. GH was able to get a sneaky, or they were able to get a sneaky ward down during this as well. GH is stalking on top of Aggressive right now, who looks like he might be what they're looking for.
The swap. Ends the stun, holding him down during his Ghost Shroud. He's got the Orchid out from mind control. Aggressive is popped instantly. 40 seconds.
We're going to find out about Rosh in about a minute and a half.
Makes success pretty much with the full Manta. So now the problem for Liquid comes in the sense that IG are really going to be able to keep up that pushback going on multiple lanes.
Yeah. He still is pretty squishy, though.
Yeah, if they can find him.
Still only 9 armor. And they've got, like we said, the Solar Crest, the Medallion, the Venge Terror. So many ways to pierce through that, and the Desolator. How are we doing toward BKB? So Miracle is going to be going for that next. Same thing with Mind Control. So that's probably their next, the big timings is next Rosh, BKBs, maybe Matumba Man has an AC at the same time too, conveniently, but they've also even got the Spirit Vessel on GH. So if the Alchemist doesn't have the Manta up, they can't throw that on top of him too, but IG looking to play around their vision bottom. They had sights of the Venge.
Let's see what they get here. Now Saraf and XXS ready with those blinks. Wrapping around towards mid. Chemical Rage is out. Unstable Concoction starting to be built up. Who's he going to look for the jump on? He'll find Miracle. Does get him, but they don't have detection on the front line. So Miracle will be swapped to the side. Does comes out, but Miracle's already out of there.
3-man bridge stomp.
Second Concoction coming out. They'll look towards Matumbaman. Break Fire Blast into the stun. They'll head in. Q actually just melts it to Miracle's damage. We're going to Reaper Sight out onto Matumbaman, which will bring him down. It's down for 70. Again, those stuns from the army of Kuro. Kuro keeps himself alive with the stick charge. The familiar stuns from Matumbaman holding down this Alchemist. Another Concoction comes out though. On top of Miracle. Miracle stick charges is enough to save us now. Miracle will fall. Magic Missile onto SRF. The Decrepify buying him some time. He's trying to walk his way out of there, but he'll pop. They've lost 3 on IG. XXS still on the retreat. Matumbaman seeing if he can quite chase down the Alchemist. The buyback from SRF as the Rat was coming into play. Mind control.
Almost
was pushing heavily top. Does nearly find that melee Rex. And walking to Baboka. Back with the silence.
He'll take that one.
Yeah, maybe able to just pick up a free kill on the way out, and he does. So mind control.
And now Q just TP'd right into them.
No, he didn't.
He really did.
Oh, he did. Q. And XXS, he says they want to fight. The buybacks are going to come out. They want to go for this, but the familiar stuns coming out from Matumbaman. It's going to mean they can find Q. Matumbaman will fall, though. He's down a second time. That is a dieback. Q was right. As GH has gone as well. Q giving his life there to keep the fight going for IG.
Well worth it.
Absolutely.
He got all his teammates back up in time there to get on him. These concoctions. Cool down.
Look at it go. You'd think he had an Arcane Rune and an Octarine Core. He doesn't. That's just a spell with the talent, boys.
It's just always up.
It's pretty crazy. How many stuns did we see there?
I don't know. I've like 6, 7.
I had another one to that. What's after 7? 9.
Himself.
Oh my goodness.
What a back and forth game of non-stop fighting though.
I mean, IG are going to be so happy with this. As we said, the fact that this all-in push that Liquid went for, IG are managing to falter it.
How many buybacks was it total? It was 2 from both sides, or was it 3 from one side?
Can I have a look here?
I see 2 from both sides.
2 from both sides.
Okay.
And as we saw, Matumbaman did instantly die a second time.
He did.
So, all in all, some hot stuff here from IG. XXS, as expected, storming ahead on this Alchemist, 19k net worth.
Yeah.
Exactly where he wants to be.
Does he have the plate mail? Oh my god, he's got like the full Shivas now. So that armor we were talking about that was the problem, no longer going to be. And it didn't really seem like the problem. He was in the front lines anyway.
Oh yeah, XXS was just straight in. Stun after stun after stun. And yeah, as you said, with the Shiva's Guard on top of the Radiance, lots of great ways to sort of clean out the army of Liquid summons that they're bringing in every time.
Yeah, full Shivas now.
Roshan's up.
They can just keep looking to fight now on IG. The Rosh will die too fast for them to react, so they're going to have to play into an Aegis Cheese.
XXS. Does he want to look to go? Pops the Shiva's Guard. They've got the Concoction. It's going to be GH caught out in the front. That's one.
Oh, Matu gets caught in the shard.
Oh, that shard! Beautiful. He makes himself a nice little igloo there, Cube. Trapping Matumbaman in. And that's the Aegis gone. They'll surround him. They're not ready to let him go anywhere. As another Concoction's out and ready and bound with the Reaper's side. Matumbaman dead for 75. With the barracks. There's a bit of slippers coming out from the mind control treants.
Yep. And he was pretty close to getting that melee Rex during all that last situation. So if he had gotten it, that would have been super worth it for Liquid. But IG claiming the advantage now, even though the range Rex will die eventually to those birds.
At this point, it really is the route that they've got to be most worried about, IG.
Yeah.
Oh, SRF. Can't really do this on his own.
No. So it looks like it's going to be Octarine next, and then we'll probably just see those.
Oh, I hope he gets it for the Wraith King nice and early. I want to see some Aghanim's Wraith King action.
You got to give it to aggressive, right? It's
you got to give it SRF, dude. And the swap. GH, the stun as well. Onto Q. Q falling low to the Spirit Vessel. That's going to be Q. Buying some time with the Snowball. Gets the punch, but he'll still fall. Q's dead. SRF looking for GH in response. XXS jumps in with the Concoction and we'll get it.
And now he's got the Concoction damage.
Oh, that's right. All of those were before the plus 400.
Yeah.
Oh, max damage. 800 nuke on an 8-second cooldown. Also stuns for 4 seconds, by the way. Wow.
Lovely.
My goodness. It's pretty crazy to see.
Look at that. SRF, as the offlane Wraith King, actually takes the strength talent.
He doesn't like the skeletons.
Not the skeleton
He doesn't like the skeletons.
My thrift rewarded.
A little too spooky for him.
So BKB now on Miracle. We saw My Control's BKB revealed down bottom too. They've got 2 of those. And they still have, I believe, the cheese, right? On Matumba Man? Yeah. So they still kind of have that, but IG, they've got a 24,000 net worth Alchemist.
Oh, he's big.
Who's about to have Octarine finished.
I mean, was it last TI when this was like XXS's hero? Was that last year? He used to play a lot of
offlane.
Oh, he was it last year, wasn't he?
XXS was offlane,
yeah. Right. Maybe it was during this season. There's definitely been a LAN where XXS Alchemist was absolutely a thing, I swear. He's definitely one of the OG Alchemist pickers. Going for AC next. And then hopefully after that AC, that's when the Ags come out.
Oh, he switched. He switched from Octarine.
Yeah.
Okay. More armor to deal with all that. I mean, Liquid is all minus on.
When you have AC and Shivas, you are... I mean, against this lineup, as we've been saying as well, it's pretty much all physical.
Yep. Just stack it up.
You're feeling very beefy.
Yeah, 39 now on the Salk. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not going for the Ags.
He's going for
the Abyssal. He's all about himself. He's very selfish. To get in the Abyssal.
Wouldn't you be? He's playing really well, right?
I mean, he's playing fantastic. I mean, he doesn't need his team. We've seen him. He just goes in, stuns everybody. With the concoctions, he doesn't need backup.
I mean, I think in particular they want the Bashers and the Abyssals just for the Clinks. It's like the best way to deal with the Clinks is
he doesn't stun people enough. He wants to stun them even more.
Yeah. Because then he can do a concoction into Abyssal, into another concoction. There you go.
It just doesn't stop. But Timberman himself also very close to having an AC for the team. He's the rest of the money for the Hyperstone.
Level 14 on the Visage this game. Even the support Pugna is above him. Level 15. Same thing with GH, level 15.
We'll check that out so we can see it.
Been getting punished a lot. They're focus firing him so much in the situations. Mind Control has queued up the Bloodthorn and pretty much has it done. He can buy it if he wants to.
I'll get the Shrine bottom. As well as the tier 2.
Both teams just setting up similar pushes.
It's Miracle, of course, BKB into the Hex. As his Clinks build a choice.
I think most Clinks tend to build the Hex after getting like a good damage item or so. So I've seen a bunch of Maelstroms, we've seen a few Desos. I think we saw one Medallion. Like you said, this is what they have to watch out for. The Miracle already positioned. $1,000 damage on it, no problem.
He's down to the trees, straight away with the TP.
I wonder if Glyph is still available. He did get 1,000 damage on it, but they held the Glyph.
Baboka still pushing, putting pressure on that top lane. And willing to TP out as soon as he senses anything coming in.
He's got the perfect items now on the Pugna. He's got the the Aether Lens, of course, from earlier, and then the Glimmer Cape to protect him.
I guess that's a nice thing as well at this stage of him pushing lanes like that. He's not a core, so if he does die, it's not really the end of the world. And he can do a lot of pushing on his own, because at the end of the day, he still has the Nether Blast. Doesn't matter what he's got.
Yep. Matu hits 15, so 40% experience. We were saying how he is underleveled. That'll help him at least catch back up. You'll notice already 30 minutes in the game, and IG are feeling pretty comfortable. Even though, you're with an Alchemist, you're not really keeping that big advantage you want. The 3 cores on the side of Liquid are a good amount over the Necro as well as the Wraith King.
True, it's...
Until the Aghanim starts coming out.
As you say, you look at XXS on the board and it's like, he's in a great place, but the fact, the overall team difference in net worth is even. It's not great for the Alchemist.
Yeah. I mean, Aggressive's been afraid because of those situations that happen, like top, where he goes out just a bit too far and will die to the Nature's Prophet TP just plus the Clinks. They've now given, of course, the gem to Aggressive to protect him. As they still do play around XXS, though. Oh. They're going to think there's some vision around here. It was just a Clink standing there for that Nature's Prophet ulti to bounce onto Q.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
I'm pinging over here as well, maybe suspecting the Obs ward could have been on the other side of the route. Mid lane, Miracle. Just have to be careful. The Necro getting closer. Gem at the moment on SRF.
Oh, doesn't get the man to dodge, stuns himself. As the split push continues. Mind Control going for a Hex next as well, so they will be able to get 2 Hexes soon on both Miracle as well as Mind Control. But yeah, the farm is really being absorbed mostly by IG's Alchemist on their team. The other two, yeah, not really getting much. But Boka's also started to take a bit too. That's why you saw the Wraith King like stop farming for quite a while.
Still not the Ags. He wants that BKB next as well.
Oh, he switched from the Basher, right?
Oh, okay,
he switched away from the Basher. Stuns himself again, doesn't matter to dodge it. Come on, man.
And BKB, understandable with that. But he's seeing those hexes come into play.
Yeah.
Needs to have that BKB pop before the fight. I mean, he doesn't fight with Zeus. We will see if it does invest. Yeah, he does. So he does get the BKB.
He saw the blink. Okay.
Okay.
They already have I mean, they've got the Wraith King with
yeah,
it,
they've got other ways to set up. That they do have the Tusk as well. Yeah. The Shard, the Snowball to get in, but
he just wants to just run in and allow his other guys to do everything too. Like Wraith King's gonna do it first, then Alchemist is just gonna charge in, and that'll give aggressive the position just in the backlines with this Blink Force stuff and get the Reaper. They can't stop him. Like he pops BKB, he's just gonna run right through. Can never really think that you're the tankiest hero ever though, because they do have ways to go through with all this minus armor anyway, even if he is double down on Shiva's and AC.
Looking for a fight here. XXS and SRF. SRF, the one, looking for the initiation, jumps in. Finds the Raid Fire, GH is there with the swap. Will mean that he takes the cover. That's going to mean that both of them get caught out by it. Reaper side comes down onto GH.
Oh.
We'll get the kill.
Matumman turned around and walked back in and got hit by the concoction AoE.
XXS thinking about going in onto Kuroki. Will force out the buyback from GH.
They're looking to start a fight while Mind Control split pushes his bottom. Oh, and they didn't take the gem actually. All right, GH is happy about that one.
Oh, Miracle finds SRF. Finds them once. Does get the Blade Mail off before the Hex comes into play, but Miracle continues to hit on. They've got the Bloodthorn, they've got the trap with the Sprout. They'll take SRF down, and that's the gem.
Oh, they
got the gem.
Aggressive must have just passed off that
He gave it to her earlier. He gave it to him earlier. Because SRF had it earlier mid.
Okay.
So it looked like, because he was the one jumping in and starting the fights. So they wanted it so they can obviously find the Raid Fire Blast onto Miracle.
Liquid's just trying to split them up. Every time they make a reactionary play, they're trying to catch up the people that go back and look at it. Is what? It's
gonna be the quickest Roche I've seen at the 30-minute mark in quite some time.
Be one of the fastest Roche I've ever seen die.
Oh, poor Roche. Well, at least the pain was quick.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm checking how much minus armor really quick. It's a lot.
Full Hex done for Mind Control, so that secondary Hex in play. They've got a lot of lockdown.
It's like 29 minus armor plus Penitence, so yeah. And they have Avenge Aura.
Here we go. Yeah. There's those Aghanims.
He's got to start building it.
He's going to start building them now.
Alrighty. He's super far, but are we still looking at the Wraith King as well as the Necron? They're 11k net worth. Their net worth has not moved.
They needed Aghanims. They need 2 Aghanims. He did because he did have the Abyssal cue. I'm sure that was his team shouting at him.
He keeps
come on, give us an Ags. Oh, Matsuma trying to start things, but XXS with the BKB looks towards Matsuma. Get the stun out. Matsuma it's got the Aegis. It's going to be back from round 2. Miracle on the Silent, and then Hex out onto Q. Trying to keep himself like Q, actually being decrepified. Buys him some time. He's still alive now. Finally pops the Bloodthorn Soul Burn. Do look towards XXS, he's able to Manta. Gets swapped back by GH. The Reaper side coming out onto Kuro. Won't be enough to kill him. The Sprout controlling SRF. SRF still has the reincarnate. Ready for round 2. XXS lets to go back into the acid spray down, getting stunned up by the familiars. He's trying to get concoction out. Can he get it out in time? He can. With the concoction out, he gets the double kill. Miracle on the side trying to bring down SRF, but the blade mail's out and Miracle's got to back up. Boca looking for Miracle. Miracle has been dusted, but he's got the movement speed to get out. Back towards the middle lane. Mind control is going to be able to sprout himself and TP back to safety. Q did have to buy back for that one, but it is going to mean another one fight for IG.
It was looking great for Liquid too. They used the resummon on the birds, and then they all just took. I don't know. I guess the Alchemist just did 1,000,000 damage when he threw the concoction on them and just ran on them.
Yeah,
because it looked like Liquid was going to win the fight until I just saw one concoction fly out and catch Kuro and Matu, because the Reaper side didn't do anything. I was trying. There's so much stuff to click on. I was trying to make sure that Clinks also still had Death Pact. I didn't see if it wore out toward the end of it. I think he had it for the majority of the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Who's getting those acronyms? You think he's aggressive first?
Should be aggressive first.
Give it to the Raid King Axe is so good.
Oh, Q.
Oh. The T ward. Coming towards a Miracle. Oh, Q could be in trouble. There he is. Hex and a couple of hits from Miracle. He's gone.
XXS just poured it down here. Does have the Arcane Rune though, so 20 seconds that Boots Trap will be back up and they can just back off anyway. Get themselves a tower denied too.
Success. Yeah, he's not quite got money for Aghanims and buyback, so maybe wanting to play it safe. Of course, not too far away from having money for both.
GH has been kind of quiet in the fights, but he's still getting a lot, almost level 20. So that's when they get the Vengeance aura damage, and he's almost got his own BKB too. So he's gonna be able to stand his ground and at least amplify his team's damage potential in the fights always.
SRF
went back for
back for the Vanguard.
Back for the Vanguard, because I guess he wants to Abyssal eventually. All right, let's see who gets it. What do you think, Owen? I still say Necro.
I say Wraith King.
Okay, let's see.
Go on, give it to SRF. He's your boy. He's your boy. There we have it.
Yeah, you called the Zeus earlier.
I'm telling you. And then the Zeus was awful. Now I've called the Aghanims Wraith King, and the Aghanims Wraith King could be useless. No,
but it's great. Wraith King is really, really good.
I'm telling you. It's sleeper OP.
I believe in it. I believe in it. It's 7 seconds delayed. You turn into a Wraith.
7 seconds.
All right, 7, right?
Yeah, 7 seconds.
Yeah, 7.
7 seconds.
I'll give you it. I do love Wraith King Aghanims. Like I've been raving about it for like 4 supports and offlaners, but let's see what it does. I mean, I guess even like even if aggressive like dies, he can still like Reaper side. Like in theory, that's pretty damn good.
It's the BKB from Miracle. He's on the retreat, gets swapped up by GH. GH will fall. They're still seeing if they can chase him, but Miracle should be fine with the movement speed. Gets himself away.
Liquid still has the 1k gold advantage.
It's been a very close game in terms of team net worth throughout.
Matumba Man has it level 20, so faster familiars. Also the Aghanims finish, so triple familiars. Any level 25s coming out just yet? Not just yet, but looking at hero levels, it's Alchemist level 24, and then it's 4 of the Liquid heroes with 22, 21, 20, 19. The 19 is the same with the other heroes on the side of IG, but...
On top lane, they found Miracle. He's not got BKB for 20 seconds. He comes out, he's caught out, and that's going to be a Reaper's side kill. He's got 430 seconds. He does not have buyback.
He's 200 short. We have bounty runes coming up in 20 seconds. They could look to claim bounties to give him buyback.
Well, they get 2 bounties, he's got enough money.
2 bounties should be enough.
Oh boy.
Doesn't look like they're going to breach high ground just yet. They were kind of indecisive. Now they've turned around. XXS has Boots of Travel available too.
Will they know that he hasn't got buyback? I mean, as you say, it's so much on the verge. There's the 40 minutes. As you say, they need 2 bounty runes. If you're Miracle right now, you're screaming at your team to pick up those bounties. But no one's going for them. They're losing their base.
I think they're accepting that Rax might just die, and they're going to look to just push out the side lanes. Nah, they haven't gone for the bounties at all. Now they kind of are.
There we go.
Okay, my control's starting to get them now.
He still needs that other one. But as you say, I guess they're just sacking this top lane.
Yep.
I mean, GH just...
Oh, they want XXS. He gets the BKB off, though. He sees my control on the low ground.
XXS playing around on his own down bottom. Fortification comes out. IG. Surely they want to stand their ground and finish this one off. SRS back in. It gets decrepified. Turns with a stun. It's going to be popped once, but they get the melee racks. They get what they came for. They blink out. They're not going to push their luck any further. They'll play it safe. IG get the melee racks.
That could have been a chance where they get XXS bottom. Thing is, when my control ported on low ground, so he saw him for a second, gets the BKB off. Because if he gets hexed, Bloodthorn, they might have the damage with Matumba Man.
Got it.
Hard to determine when it's a 40 armor alchemist, you know.
And once again, a very rich one. 9k gold. He's got money for...
Oh, 9k?
Yeah, he's got money for Ags and buyback. So if he wants to give an Ags to somebody else, I'd agree aggressive, I think, is definitely next on the list.
He's got to be Necro, right? He's going to give it to Tusk. I agree. He's going to give it to Tusk to boot people away. 5k gold advantage, though, now for IG. Having Miracle dead.
That's it, yeah.
Gave him quite an opportunity. Oh.
Yeah, Ags
I
on
see
the way.
Aghanims, yep.
It's got to be aggressive.
It's got to be aggressive, yeah.
It's got to be aggressive. I don't know, really just, it depends who your best mate is.
It's pretty true.
What it's about.
He's like, aggressive, you're only level 19. You're the same level as Baboka.
There we go. And wait, there we go. And there we go.
Okay, well at least we knew which ones it was going to. I think that was pretty obvious though.
Yeah. And obviously this game is 42 minutes.
It's a lot about the Roshans anyway still.
Yeah.
Like IG, they've been able to take a lot of these fights even versus it, but you see Liquid, they're just poised around this, waiting for it to spawn.
I mean, they take it so quick. IG literally have to be there before Roshan spawns to have a chance of contesting it.
It's an instant
It's just
spawn.
gone every time. IG. They find Miracle. No, he gets the BKB off in time. Has been slowed by the punch. They get the Hex down. The Reaper's side is going to hold him down in place, and he gets swapped up the high ground away from the fight. In fact, GH trying to save him. It's going to mean that GH is in trouble. GH will fall. Matumba Man now being focused as well by SRF. He's trapped in the shards. Matumba Man cannot escape as a second dies on Liquid. Jump forward from Baboka. He's got eyes on mind control and Kuroki. Kuroki stunned up by the concoction. Another kill here for IG. His XXS now godlike.
They can't breach through the tankiness of this
Miracle.
line.
He's going straight in. Straight in for the push, straight in for the rat. Same thing for mind control.
And look at the birds. The birds are going to top racks as well. All three racks. Trying to be sieged.
Mind control. Oh, he's found Q. He's got the Hex and the Bloodthorn. Q is going to be saved by the Decrepify. Now with the light drain as well, Q's fine. He turns. Snowball saved from Baboka allows IG to get the kill on mind control, but the top racks go down.
They actually went to all three lanes there. Familiar's top, Klink's mid, Nature's Prophet bottom.
I mean, it could win them the game. If they can keep rounding like this, sure. They lose a painful team fight. They may lose GH as well here. As IG, I don't think anyone on IG died there, did they?
No.
IG.
There's a clutch save by Baboka.
A single casualty.
Do you have the Dota plus? What's the prediction?
I do, but I don't know. I'm worried to press the hotkey. I think I'll pause the game.
Miracle has the BKB.
He's out.
Goes for the TP after Hex and Q, so there will not be a punch. Nice. Nicely done.
It was close. It was a close one.
SRF is pretty far out right now.
Oh. Okay.
Gets swapped in deeper as well.
He needs help, and he needs it now. Aggressive's there. I don't think. Oh, the Decrepify again, Baboka. Look at the play man up with the Hex, the heal, Baboka. Trying to save, and the Glimmer Cape as well, Baboka. SRF gets the blink out, he's fine. Baboka.
Oh my, the sentry went down late. Kuro had he had Obza queued up, you know, like when you're supporting, you have to switch to the sentry. He didn't have it in time. Baboka again.
It's clutch little saves. I mean, that was a Wraith King. Swap back beneath a tier 3 tower, and he gets out, thanks to Baboka.
Yeah.
At all. They're in position to take growth.
They've got a DD on the out too, so they actually kill it at a faster pace. Liquid make it in time. It's 5,000 life, GH. GH scouts it.
They know what's up.
But it looks dead.
They can't do it. IG's going. Oh, GH!
Is he going forward for it?
He's trying for it. GH, can he do it? The Raider get the kill, but SRF gets the Aegis. GH dies, and so does immediately mind control.
And I think mind control got the refresher shard, but used it instantly.
Oh.
Now Kuroki's being chased. Matumba gets sent home.
Kuroki. Should fall. Mind Control buying back. We're watching for the Rat Boys. Don't you worry. You got Miracle pushing mid. SRF still hot in the chase for Kuro. Here's Mind Control. He's ready to rat-a-tat-tat it down bottom, and Miracle's in on mid. He's going to get decrepify, pops the BKB, not messing around. Wants to get that tier 3 tag. He's backing up. TP's coming in. Reaper's side holds him down. BKB's out. He's got the invis, but the dust is there. Punched up, thrown up into the air. Miracle surrounded. He'll get the Hex out, but it's not enough to save him. He's gone. IG keeping control of their base to keep the defense good despite the best rat attempts from Liquid. Tier 3 tower on the bottom falling low, and Tier 3 mid is also low as well. Mind Control did have to buy back for that rat attempt.
Fight rate cap is not showing everything. I see the refresher shard usage, of course, because I think Mind Control misclicked. He was just trying to panic click things.
I think Slammed his hand against the cape.
Yeah, IG, you said SRF has Aegis, and I guess I didn't see. It didn't say on the fight recap if cheese was used either.
SRF's got a cheese in his backpack at the moment.
Okay.
So I imagine that. Probably, I think that must have been the one from that one.
Because usually, like, fight recap shows whenever they use it. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Mind Control
come through.
Continuing to do this. Gets the tower claimed. The back door is kicked in, though. And IG knocking on the front door now. Another 9,000 gold on XSS.
They don't want to buy back on Miracle. But they're going to have to. They don't want to afford losing a second Rax. They've been forced into this by IG. XXS stunned up by the Familiars. Can they get Miracle into the fight to do the damage that he wants to? Fortification pop by Liquid and IG. They'll respect it. They'll back off. Side lanes, of course, been pushed in. The Treants down bottom from Mind Control.
I think it's pretty rare to see. We only have one level 25 still in this game. They're always about to hit them soon, though.
Third Aghanim Scepter at the moment coming out from XXS. We'll go the way of the Pugna, you'd imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Not the Tusk. As much as, you know, Q's been doing some cute little plays.
So has Baboka.
So has Baboka.
He's 6'2" and 24 on the support Pugna. Gotta give him credit.
That is, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, jeez. He's a good lad. Oh, he bought back for this.
He's gone. 100 seconds.
Oh, no. He's out of it.
They set the trap.
IG know it.
He just gets caught trying to get some information for his team.
Mind Control's got a rat harder than he ever has before.
He's trying.
He's trying.
The TPs are pretty back.
Doesn't really have the right click build for sort of routing. So it's not as quick as it could be. But he's drawing their attention away from mid. See mid as well. SRF being gone on, gets swapped back. They have managed to sort of take them apart. Mind Control gets able to get the BKB and the TP out. Back towards mid, SRF. He's going to go down a second time. But he's got the Aegis. He's ready to fight once more. Can they kill him? The Liquid's army surrounding them. Hex comes down, SRF. He's got
the Axe.
The Axe Wraith. He's got 7 seconds of glory to fight from the grave. Aggressive. Reaper's side. Won't get the kill on Matuma, but the right clicks will. Matuma does have buyback. XXS charging down Kuro. Another concoction. The Sprout from Mind Control keeping Kuro safe. Matuma buys back. Aggressive. Goes Shroud. 25 seconds. Zilly has the Reaper side back up again. But the mid racks will get cleaned up. IG. And a second melee racks and the range racks mid. And those head straight towards bottom. Still 30 seconds without Miracle. Could it be more painful? Aggressive didn't get the kill with the Reaper side, so Liquid are going to be fortunate in that sense. It's not the extended death timer for Miracle. He is back in less than 20. Mid lane. The Treants. The little weird...
They can't do it.
Anemone
It's
things.
backdoor for now still. The top is pushing in though, and now Mind Control will be able to go for the backdoor. But their bottom racks.
XXS. Oh, he's going to get stunned. He's going to get swapped back. XXS. He's going to get forced down. Comes to grab fight again. Baboka with the save. Reaper's side. Down to Kuroki. Kuroki's still alive for now. He's trying to get back. He's got buyback available and he'll get straight back in. GH with the BKB. Mind Control sprouts down as XXS controlling it, but XXS has the BKB. Trying to get the concoction out. It's Solvi can't. Miracle with his own BKB. The damage is enough. The punch slowing down Miracle. Turns with the Hex. There's going to be buybacks from both Baboka and Aggressive. Looking to get back in the concoction. Onto Miracle down for 90 seconds. IG back onto the racks. The life drain forcing back Kuroki. Now got the control. XXS. The Mantis start with the Familiar stuns. Holding him down again for Baboka. The Glimmer Key. They're going to see. They're going to detect it now. The Sentry Ward is enough for the Solar Sense to come in, but the buyback's there. He's ready to TP straight back into the fight. XXS Q trying to go in onto Kuroki. GH, wait for Terra. Sprout from Mind Control. Holds Q down. He's out. He's got 7 seconds with that Wraith time. He's not using it. He doesn't know the axe, but it doesn't matter because there's 3 dead on Liquid. None with buyback available. Only Mind Control left in the game. He's trying for the all-in tier 4 push.
He's trying his best.
He brought a refresher up so he could get up here in time.
Kuro buys boots of travel.
He's all going in. The tier 4s, can they really push faster than IG's lineup? Maybe they can. They're taking it. 1 tier 4. TPs are going to have to come back. Liquid are forcing IG back to defend. Mind Control BKB, the pop. They pop Baboka. Mind Control versus aggressive. He's trying to find that tier 4 tower. Had to be careful. Meanwhile, back at base. The Brax, the Ancient is in trouble. They're all dead on Liquid. IG are onto the Ancient.
Oh my.
And GG is called. IG will take game 1 against Team Liquid. And in fantastic style as well. The XXS Alchemist in the game.
He played so well on
And I sort of asked at the start, you know, Baboka support Pugner. We don't see it. It can be hard to do. Absolutely no.
Мал диджей уже раза 2, убил бы его, и все было бы кайфово. Но нет. Ни Хускар, ни Некрофос, ни Виверна не додумались до того, чтобы покупать вспомогательные айтемы.
It is the AoE living armor that the tree took also.
Oh,
Everybody level 25 at this point. Venge, Magic Missile, Piercing, Spell Immunity. All good things on these heroes as they are maxed out 71 minutes into this. It's the longest game so far, I believe, at the TI group stages. Unless there's been something happening in one of the other
That's true. Who knows what's going on over there?
They get ready to walk down a lane. Still another couple of minutes until the buybacks are back. Only a couple of seconds, really.
Yeah. Everyone just kind of crowded in here, and I don't know how Fnatic fight their way out of this base. It's going to be so difficult. All they can really hope for is Mineski making mistakes and trying to close out the game, going for buybacks that turn into diebacks, and suddenly there's a 5-man rush down mid. Those are your victories versus Mega Creeps for the most part. Unless you have this Medusa or this Tinker or someone that can handle these waves, an Ember Spirit, they're not well equipped for this in the slightest.
And I mean, what a storyline too, that Moon able to do this, pull the game back by having to go Manta Radiance on a Tinker. Like, it's just unbelievable that his entire team able to keep him alive throughout all those engagements.
And I mean, really, the surprise play, the trick play of bringing the Fountain into the game off the bench, tagging it in at the most important moment to deal with this Huskar, that was the true gem of the Mineski strats, I would say.
I would say so too.
No one saw that coming.
You know, one other thing that we should mention about that Agnum Scepter with Ninja Boogie is it's also the cooldown on swap, down to just 10 seconds.
Yep. Swap, swap, swap.
Unbelievable initiation, and then on top of that, illusion that gets created afterwards as...
Oh, he can reach Envy. Oh, okay, Envy just blinks in. So, all right, go ahead.
A lot of damage out there. They find the stun onto the Huskar, take down Envy right at the get-go. No buyback for this guy at all. Huskar also going to be isolated, going to be swapped back in, going to get the BKB off before the Nullifier is able to connect onto him. He needs to take down any of these heroes at all. Moon finally starting to fall down low, but it does look like finally Huskar will fall. He buys back. They need him alive if they want any hope at all of staying in this one, as that is going to be the first death of the Wraith King. Wraith Fire Blast gets thrown out by absolutely everybody. They're still holding on for the moment. These buildings getting tree armored up. But Fnatic don't really have a great answer. There's the jump forward. They take down jabs. Nice play by Fnatic, holding on for the moment as well as they try and kill off tI8. A power shot through. DJ doing what he can. They're losing a couple of these heroes, but Wraith King is there as well.
tI8 is just throwing these heals onto the tower as he goes down. Glyph now used. Tinker Mantis punching buildings. This game has reached full chaos mode.
They're just hoping to hold on a little bit longer, but the first of the tier 4s is going to
circling the tower.
The power shot, they managed to kill off the Vengeful Spirit. TJ somehow up there in the top, but they do have the illusion. Shackle not quite going to land as Tinker was a little bit late and blinking forward for that one, and Abed somehow still holding on. They're in this game, if only by a sliver, but it might only be a couple more seconds.
Envy's going to try the distraction tactics again here.
They have the Tinker? They killed off? No, okay, that was dead. That was a Pugna.
That was a buyback. These are those diebacks you need.
Ancient is still alive. Abed, he's chasing down this Wraith King, and they're able to get the mute, but Abed finds the kill. All of Fnatic is back alive again. This is starting to get really scary for them as they find the Reaper sight and the kill.
How long was he dead for?
They hold.
Gets the kill.
Fnatic hold.
It was costly. They lost both tier 4s. I mean, it costs a Pug to buyback, sure. But I don't know if they can get back outside the base to do anything because they need to go really deep to catch Moon. You know, he's barely going to like go past the river, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. But if there was a way, this would be how it starts. DJ has to be on the hunt. This is what he does now at this point forward.
As you can see here, that Nether Ward did about 799 magical damage to the Necrophos because he was dead for like 20 seconds at that point, and suddenly he kills Envy. A little bit rough considering that Ice was probably dead anyway, but that's life.
Can't believe this game is still going on. Thought it's been over like 4 separate times.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh my god, look at DJ. He is going into the fountain right now, prepping for the Tinker. Are you kidding me? Do they have a scan? They do have a scan available. He's waiting for him to come back in here. Oh my god, if DJ can pull this off.
I'm not sure what his end goal is.
I guess hexing him or something? No, he doesn't have a hex. The hex into kill?
I don't think so. A bold play, Cotton, but I'm not so sure. Just getting some aggressive wards down.
In their fountain?
I mean, what he's doing.
Yeah, I guess so. He just ran the whole length of the map. You gotta take that.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, now I see.
That's a really good kill. They can take down this Vengeful Spirit. The Hex is there. And that will be a dead hero. Bushi shows up.
Oh, there's a lot of TPs coming through. Dust will not connect. No blink first.
DJ single-handedly holding on to this game. Abed feeling a little bit of excitement as well about the plays that are being made here by his buddy Mr. DJ. God, and they're holding on inside of their base. They need to get, they have eyes in the forest down as well now through Tree and Protector.
Oh, he actually got it?
He got his Ags.
Wow. Highlight eye.
So
what a legend.
Find his Tinker. I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like there's a way that Fnatic could win this. If they can find and kill this Tinker.
All right, but right now, Pugna's the only one missing buyback.
Right.
That's the major problem. They're going to kill this Roche, they're going to go into the base, and they're probably going to lose. DJ, looks like he'll be okay.
They still have this Venge illusion that can just walk around the entire time.
They need some serious, like, Sam Fisher tactics going on right now. Like, complete Splinter Cell, super sneaky, DJ and Universe finding solo kills like they did on the Vengeful Spirit. That's their best hope.
Yeah. Well, and I guess then for Mineski, the only thing they really need to do is make sure they're staying together.
Yeah, this Venge is hilarious.
It's really cool, because you mainly just need it for, like, the swap defensive stuff, or I guess aggressive, and it's going to be alive until Venge is back up. Bottom lane, Moon is there. They have the eyes in the forest for him. They're able to catch him. He's rooted. He's in trouble. They brought absolutely everybody. And that's dead for 145 seconds. He does have buyback.
Now that's the question. Do you pop it instantly or do you wait?
A lot of questions. I don't have the answer.
Because if you pop it instantly, you feel better fighting Roche. But if you save it, then you can just wait to time it up with your Pugna, and then you're both going to have buyback. But that also means you're going to allow the buybacks to come back for the side of Fnatic.
Swap in. They found DJ. He's hexed through the spell immunity, and that is the strength of that talent.
Oh, it's a big kill. Now Abed. Oh, DJ, you might want to buy back here. This looks like a real fight.
Looking for it now. They have the opening already onto Pugna. A lot of damage coming in. Abed able to catch him. He's stunned. He's caught for the moment.
Moon
the Tinker does buy back. If this fight goes poorly for Mineski, they potentially could lose it, but they lost Abed. 2 minutes. He's away, but they do take down the bench. Yet again, swap back in onto Envy. Mushi's still alive for the moment as well, but he has very little mana here, and they haven't been able to find that follow-up hex, but they find themselves yet another kill. Wyvern dead for 2 minutes, buys back immediately as well.
The synergy there. You become the Wraith first, and then the Wraith ends, and then you become your Vengeful Spirit. You can't kill it instantaneously, and then it just kind of ends up living.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. But he is dead now, and those two heroes for a fairly long time.
Is he dead, though?
That's fair
he's
enough.
running around the map, and he's wave of tearing this Roche. So I'm going to have to disagree here.
He also has a Moon Shard.
Now, what I did miss is if this dies, I don't think it works. But if this died and became a Wraith, that would be really cool. But I'm pretty sure in the last fight it did not.
Okay.
Because, you know, it is an illusion, sadly. A cool illusion, but an illusion nonetheless.
Very cool illusion. All right, DJ is going back into the base again.
So where's the Universe? He's back in the base. He is cursed in 4 seconds.
They're anticipating the Tinker is going to be back here.
Oh, he's in there. They're going for it.
They spotted it. They spotted the Wind Ranger.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you need to get out of here. There's the TP.
Wow, it almost worked, too, with the scan and everything. Oh, no, they didn't scan it. Okay.
Mushi looking for another opening down here. He picks up the regen rune. These eyes in the forest are really problematic for Tinker, though. If you stand on top of them again, and you know, that fight, they're able to secure themselves the Aegis, but Tinker now does not have buyback.
It's true. But he has the Aegis.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're having a hard enough time just killing him the first time anyway.
Do they have bots level 2 on most of the other heroes?
I believe. 1 for most of them.
Yeah. Well, again, it's Pylai Die trying to get whatever vision he can across the map.
Can't lose a 23k lead for the Dire. That is so wild. Orchid picked up here, so eventual Bloodthorn, it looks like, for Ice.
Trying to get in towards it. Abed has been every type of disabled this game.
They're lurking in here. The swap back.
Oh, and they're able to find one. That's a dead Abed, and he buys back immediately. Good play there. DJ also trying to focus down one. That's the Pugna, but isn't going to get caught. And now they also have the jump in.
Look at this Nether Ward.
Nice. He's fine here for the moment.
Tased down. The Nether Ward just killed DJ.
Oh, no. Out of position, and he's dead now. And Envy also going to get brought down. They have the Winter's Curse, but this isn't going to be nearly enough. It's still going to come back as illusion afterwards. They're not even going to get the kill. The Decrep is not going to be there. Moon, with absolutely every item in the game, is going to carry them one last time as they focus down the throne here. Ninja Boogie just going to punch away at Abed. They have another magic missile to stun him up through it, and this should be the end of the game. Mineski clawed back from the clutches of defeat and able to clinch it.
I mean, I think that says it well enough. I mean, disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, Mineski, unbelievable play. Honestly, Fnatic, they had that patience, right? Where they're going and it's kind of like you don't want to rush too hard. You want to be like a little bit careful.
Yeah.
But was it too careful, or was it just like unbelievable? What a pick too from Mineski to come up with that 10th pick on the Tinker. I mean, ridiculous stuff. They saw an opportunity. They saw where Moon could have a hell of a game. And this fact, like the lack of counters, but the supporting cast behind him too. Defensive swaps, defensive heals, defensive decreps. Right. All of that played in combination with Moon, and it felt like to start like Mushi and Ice having a bit of a rough go. They just played Wave Killer for the first 25 minutes of the game, throwing their bodies, rolling around in the dirt of the bottom lane as people just came to slay them.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
One after the other after the other. And I can't believe it's just game number 1, too. That's the craziest thing. But we are going to head off to a quick break as we get ready to hop into this. Game number 2, right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, Mineski take game number 1 in fabulous fashion. We'll be right back with them versus Fnatic. You guys in a few.
Invictus Gaming's turn to pick.
Dire's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Yesterday, but this one they haven't looked at all. They haven't played the Phoenix in any of their games. They had one tiny game.
I mean, Willow's still there.
Willow is still there.
If we want to just grab a Willow.
10 seconds.
And I mean, maybe they do go for a similar sort of lineup to last time because that lineup would have killed an egg pretty quick.
There's the Mirana.
There's what we're talking about in terms of killing an egg pretty quick.
Yep.
And Mirana.
One of the best.
And as you were just saying as well, fantastic win rate. This hero's great.
And throw Avenge on top. Mirana actually hits. I mean, Mirana hits pretty decently now because the attack speed you get from Leap, but throwing that Vengeance aura, you hit really, really hard. Especially versus these two. Well, these two heroes are 0 armor at the start of the game. They started tiny builds up, of course, but.
And 3 respect bans. A 3rd hero ban by Liquid that was played last game.
All right. Really making IG play completely different stuff. I like seeing Phoenix a lot, actually. How's that hero doing? That hero's doing really well. 67% win rate in 9 games.
Is fantastic.
I love how little things can just make a hero so relevant, right? It was just like, all right, we're going to add 10 damage on Fire Spirits. And everybody's like, oh! Phoenix! Yeah. And then they nerfed the talent, but still. Phoenix.
Oh.
Excuse me.
IG. Are you sort of worried about similar heroes as last game, like the Prophet? Again, it's a couple of rounds. Maybe you do want to take away that Drow.
I like the Ursa ban. I mean, Ursa great versus Phoenix and the Tiny.
Yeah.
You're thinking the Drow ban?
I'm still thinking, I mean, it's just the way Liquid like to play. I wouldn't be surprised if they do go for a similar sort of overall lineup as last game. Prophet is still there. Visage is still there. I don't think it was bad play from Matuma Man. I think he played very well last game.
He played overall pretty well. He did the initial push. He stacked the familiars on top of himself, and he got them killed by concoction. And that's really important in like the first push because that was the most important push of the game for them.
Enchantress.
And she gets left. Enchantress, one of those also dominant heroes currently. Don't even think I have to look too far up the win rate thing. Yep, there she is. 80% win rate in 9 games. Good hero. They do have ways to kill her though right now. Like the Mirana and the Venge, they do pack a punch.
5 seconds
if they can chain stun her. They can 100 to 0 quite easily.
And what does this mean as well for the Tiny? Are we going to see what a safe lane Tiny?
I mean, we did see a 4 Tiny today too.
But then we have a 5
Oh
Phoenix?
yeah, but more than likely not. Yeah. I mean, we have seen 5 Phoenix, right? 5 plays 5 Phoenix all the time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we still just don't know is pretty much what I was getting at. It's probably going to still be a core, probably mid or safe, but... In Liquid. The last time, this was the Clinks that they picked here.
I'm ready for the still temptation to get the Visage again. Some setup for arrows. Helps with a bit of burst to kill Enchantress. All Assumption and a couple of Mirana nukes should do the job.
They banned Pugna. Necro's still in the pool, but because these two heroes can 100 to 0 Enchantress, but you want things that can still lane. I don't know if you want that Mirana in the lane.
Sure.
What's the lane,
the lane
versus the Enchantress?
situation.
Yeah. They're taking quite a lot of time here thinking about it. They have to be thinking along something like that. Could just be. I mean, I guess it could just be Trout, but. Trying to think of the support. Crystal Maiden is still in the pool.
Still there.
If they want to go for that as their 5. I wonder what Kuroki's going to play, actually. Oh, they're just going to do the Bane Mirana setup. Okay. So that's a way to kill the Enchantress if they can get the sleep. As long as you 100 to 0 Enchantress, you can get the kill. If you don't 100 to 0 and she gets the heal off, yeah, it's a bit grim.
Yeah.
Okay. They actually go for the Bane.
Gee.
IG's got a lot of Phoenix already. They've good team fight, but Mirana should, in theory, for the most part, kill the egg by herself.
I want to see some Void action, some Void Phoenix. Actually, they do have sort of the swap, which is a little annoying. Why do you want to play a safe lane Void?
IG's really switched. They've switched their draft so much from this tournament already. It's only been like 5-6 games that they've played or whatever, but
yeah,
the hero pool that they've shown has been very large. Do they want to still take a Willow, even if they have the Phoenix?
Radiant's turn to pick.
Oh my goodness!
Earth Spirit.
We
forgot about it.
I don't think I've casted this hero in like a year.
We forgot about it.
Like literally, this hero has been one of the deadest heroes over the DPC. It feels for a long time.
It's been picked a bunch though.
Oh, here?
It's been picked at least 3 times here.
Okay.
And it's been picked 3 times here, exactly.
Before TI, as I say, I swear no tournament people were playing this hero.
Nope. I will bring up the. Okay, let's see. So VP or Secret played it. YapzOr definitely. Fnatic played it. Makes sense. And EG played it. So this, the Earth Spirit players. We've got DJ, Crit, and then YapzOr.
Okay.
Okay. It's Baboka.
I mean, it is very nice against heroes like Mirana and Bane. You get a silence and a stun. These heroes are going to die. You're on top of them. So nice against the Bane. It makes his job very hard in terms of sitting back, throwing out Enfeebles, Nightmares, and Fiend's Grips.
He's great at causing chaos in the fight, too. Yeah. With a Phoenix, that's like the ideal. You just run in, start the fight, and you're going to be doing it great.
One of the old ways of playing against an Earth Spirit in the game, I feel.
All right, Lifestealer.
The Lifestealer in.
The Rage also can be pretty decent versus the Enchantress to just eat through. Can be, in a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Could be great against the Enchantress. Could
good versus
great
Phoenix.
against the Egg. Yep.
You can just go through all the spells and just hit the Egg.
And obviously fantastic against Tiny. It's a good. I mean, it's great against all 4 heroes.
That's a good pick. And
it is a good pick.
Let's see how Lifestealer's doing. I definitely saw one and it lost yesterday.
But so now the question is.
All right. Matu Lifestealer probably, right?
Is he going to be because? What's going to be the vessel for the Lifestealer? Like,
does he really? Do you think he needs one?
I guess not. They've got enough sort of stuns.
We still don't know the last pick.
Yeah.
This could be my control playing the Mirana still. Could be a mid Mirana still.
Radiant's turn to ban.
So they think it is a mind
IG
control.
still giving respect to the Invoker. That's twice both games. They've got Bane, they've got Mirana, they've got Venge. Those are Sunstrike setups. That's a good ban.
Yeah.
Matu, by the way, is my favorite. Matu and Ramses are my 2 favorite Lifestealer players. Still to this day.
For sure, yeah.
They are absurd on that hero. Somehow they always just get so farmed, and even when their team is feeding, they end up being that rock for their team.
So do you think it is most likely to be Miracle Mirana? Or do you think it is more likely to be My Control Mirana? I guess something else for Miracle.
I think My Control Mirana.
Yeah. What could we see from Miracle this?
Because then they can put pressure on the lane. The like Venge plus Mirana, the Wave of Terror, then Mirana can hit more. They ban
the XXS out. Some respect there.
I have a little funny story quick before I pick about Liquid. This was at Starlighter in China, I think it was, or one of the Chinese tournaments. Liquid was doing a gauge of what hero was the worst in Dota at the moment, and Alchemist was at the top of the list, and then they lost to Vici, playing Paparazzi, I think, playing the Alchemist or something, and they were just like, that just happened. So they have respect for that, and they do take a Lina.
The Miracle Lina. Yeah, the burst, the magical burst, that's going to be ever so nice against heroes like the Enchantress.
Fiery Soul versus Phoenix and Enchantress as well.
And IG, what are we going to finish with? So, expecting it to be, what, XXX's hero? Probably going to be safe lane Tiny. Off lane Enchantress.
With the Lina pick, yeah.
What are we getting for the mid?
Is it just the TA?
Is it just the TA?
That's the obvious one because the Lina's picked. What else for XXS? Let's think.
Anything else unorthodox that he plays mid?
I don't know about unorthodox, but he's played.
Crazy?
I think Medusa or Dragon Knight could be the other ones.
Templar
It's the obvious.
Anytime there's a Lina.
You're versus a Lifestealer too.
Get the TA.
Alright, you're versus Lifestealer as well.
Alright.
Okay.
We got ourselves a draft here, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 between Liquid and IG. What are we feeling overall? I thought IG did play. I think a lot of IG's good plays last game was on the fact that XS has sort of kept them in the game. So because they don't sort of have that out, I feel like you probably favor Liquid going into this match with the lineup that Liquid have. I think that the Lifestealer is, as you said, Matuma Man, one of the best Lifestealers in the world, and it is Obviously, the TA is pretty nice, but other than that, it's a good game for the Lifestealer.
Yeah. Looks like, I mean, looks like a really good game for the Lifestealer overall. The supports on the side of IG, I would say, are a good chunk weaker at level, like at the laning phase, right? Like Earth Spirit, Phoenix compared to Venge, Bane, these two heroes. Venge and Bane, just stat-heavy powerhouses. But Phoenix and Earth Spirit give much more team fight once they get that level 6, of course.
And between sort of the Lifestealer, the Lina, and the burst of the offlane mind control Mirana, it feels like SRF, when the fights kick off, he's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Like he can be very vulnerable in these team fights, the Enchantress. There's a lot of ways Liquid do have to get on top and kill him.
I think a lot in this one will come down to the lane pressure.
Yeah.
Like if somehow Tiny does okay bottom versus like the Venge Mirana pressure, if they're able to secure his farm, get an early blink, he can start looking for kills early on Miracle, on the Lina. Lina, Mirana. The two cores, the other two can get punished a bit if an early blink comes out onto aggressive.
Well, let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. This is game 2 of IG versus Liquid. IG, of course, taking game 1.
They're doing the Bane Lifestealer, and they're actually getting the matchup they want. They're putting it versus the Tiny. That's probably going to have to get changed. Aggressive really will suffer quite a bit versus these two. He still has a bit of a range advantage to get last hits with the tree, but
they do have that early obs ward down here. Bonus IG will get some good information when Liquid show it in terms of the lanes that are going to be coming out from Liquid. Liquid keeping themselves to the high ground for now.
Oh man, I clicked on GH too. GH has 8 tangos.
He's ready to get in and punch.
Who else bought some? Let's see. So he bought 3 sets. They get the D1 immediately.
Right on the edge of the sentry as well. Very nicely placed there by GH.
He blocks his own hard camp for that because they're playing versus the Enchantress. So he wants to block the hard camp because they're running the Mirana. And if the Enchantress has the creep, he can tank the arrow if they do line up the stuns. So they see the Venge and the Mirana bottom, and you immediately see SRF running toward top, so he can lane versus the Lifestealer.
Because of the fact that they forced this move from IG, looks like Liquid will be able to secure themselves 3 of the bounty runes.
Yep.
Obviously, as you say, IG just favoring trying to force the matchups that they want.
Yep. Still, like the Earth Spirit and Phoenix, like we said, these heroes can be weak in laning phase. Phoenix got a bit buffed, so if you can sit back and get your Fire Spirits off, you're a bit tougher.
In the middle lane matchup. Interested to see how well this goes down.
Let's see how
as you say, the TA should have the edge.
Yep.
But a lot of it down to performance. We have seen sort of Linas in the past, I feel, do a lot better than they should necessarily do in terms of the hero matchup.
Yeah. Because
of outplay.
Miracle is tanking 5 side blades, 6 side blades already. Getting hit by quite a lot of them already in the laning start. But besides that, the other 2 lanes for Liquid should be pretty decent. I mean, Venge Mirana should do very well versus Tiny Phoenix, and Bane and Lifestealer should do pretty okay versus top. Enchantress can still last hit, but Boca can't help a crazy amount.
I'm just trying to help in terms of just hitting the Bane.
Yeah.
But to my man, as you say, not really much fear on this top lane.
Mostly going to be looking at the mid matchup, see how these guys do. Looks like we had a bit of a creep pull happen down bottom. Looks like they got the creep wave behind the tower on both sides and denied the wave.
Oh.
Top of Boca. One more hit. We'll go down.
I tried for the stun there, but didn't actually quite catch Matsumaman. Matsumaman doesn't get slowed down.
And with this setup, it looks like Liquid should win 2 of the lanes pretty well. The mid lane is all going to be, yeah, like we said, how Miracle can actually do versus a TA.
Yeah, and of course, so far XXS does have the lead.
And he's going to go for a regen rune. Miracle trying to break that one instantly. Refraction plus the regen. Keeps the regen on through the hits. Miracle is extremely sad, and we miss, actually, the kill bottom.
I'm blaming that on you.
That's my bad.
No, it's not. I'll take the blame on that.
He was still level 1 on the Phoenix, so he didn't have the dive, and they just got the gap close on him. So yeah, that mid matchup, we already see what's happening. XXS on that one. Yep.
Yeah, it's
quite hard. Kind of expected.
Yeah, very nice.
Very expected.
On Mr. XXS.
And look, Lifestealer is going to get free farm top as well as the Mirana bottom. So it's just going to be really Miracle is suffering, and Baboka's already trying to set up.
For the level 2. Rolling in the smash, Miracle very low. As he's getting with the salve out. Bottom lane. CS wise for Microtrol, 10 for 4, 10 for 7 on aggressive. Pretty much even trading at the moment. And yeah, Baboka has been spotted out by Kuro, comes over towards the mid.
Looks like I guess Kuro wants to help Miracle. Miracle's going to try to pull this lane back so he can at least get stuff under the tower, and should be able to a bit here for this next creep wave or so.
Kuro just nightmaring.
Break that refraction right away, then back off.
Using his full extent of the HP there to keep him off him.
Matumba Man though, because the Bane goes mid, now eats quite a lot of harassment from the Enchantress and the Air Spirit.
Oh, nice deny there as well from XXS, getting that before the Light Striker already came down.
Grass is still farming really well down bottom. The casual bring of protection to start. The combo now. GH.
Let's have one charges himself, so stick charges. Might have been up to saving the Fiery Spirits. Oh, down he's got the Tango regen, but the dive, the tree by. Look at the kill, aggressive and Q.
The biggest kill window we've said a couple times in these games is level 3 Tiny, when you've got off 1 point in each ability.
Gonna have to make the walk back to base, but it will be a walk well earned after finding that kill.
They used a lot of resources for that. They used like all of their regen pretty much, and Q is out of everything too, and it's Mind Control still positioned in the lane, so sure they get the kill on